right, welcome to this episode of Turnbuckle Tapes. We are your tag team champions. My name is Liam, and this is my tag team partner.
My name's Kyle, and I hail from this capacity crowd here at WrestleMania 3.
How's the feeling there, Kyle?
It's electric, Liam. It's really electric. We got Eugene back running the numbers. This place is sold out, Liam.
You can cut it with a knife?
You could cut the electricity with a knife.
Oh, man, but we are blessed by our guest here today, the Godfather of Swole.
What's up, everybody?
Hear him.
Oh.
Get some of that too sweet action. But yeah, man, appreciate you coming on the show today.
Oh, thanks for having me, man. I was really looking forward to this because, yeah, like I said, I have a whole lot to talk about. So
yeah,
what do you want to talk about?
Shit, yeah, no, when we were out at the Dragon's Den, we talked a little bit. I know that we tried to get you interviewed, but it was just such a crazy day. I'm glad we were able to sit down just because we had that little bit to talk to you about. And I know just like the basis of your story definitely touched Kyle and I on just because we're both dads too. So, but yeah, so go ahead, talk about yourself a little bit, how you got into professional wrestling. And yeah, go ahead, take it away.
Well, first of all, I'm a lifelong fan. Ever since I was 7 years old, this is all I've ever wanted to do. I saw Hulk Hogan beat the Iron Sheik at a birthday party. That's the first time I saw wrestling. I was at my cousin's birthday party, and there was wrestling on TV. Never seen it in my life. Didn't know what it was. There's a bunch of kids in there, piñatas being broken and games being played. And I couldn't keep my eyes off of the damn TV. And I asked my cousin, "What's this? You know, how can I watch more of this?" And that's all I remember. Just wanted to watch. All the kids were playing, and I'm in the house watching the Coliseum home video, I believe it was.
Yep.
And they told me, you go to the local mom and pop's video store. They have a bunch of tapes there. So that's how it started. Fast forward many, many years later, I'm 44 years old. I'm a competitive bodybuilder at the time, getting ready to compete for a national show, my last show that I did. At the time, I was part of Enhanced Athletes with Tony Hughes. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. Big fitness guru. He owns a supplement company called Enhanced Athletes. You guys know Super Beast, Chris Crody. Heard of him? Well, he's a professional wrestler. Look him up. He might be somebody you want to have on your podcast one day. He's been everywhere. Japan, Mexico. He has his own promotion in Las Vegas called Dark Arts Entertainment. Well, he was shooting a documentary with Vice TV, and he needed extras for the documentary at the gym. I was told by my coach that we're gonna go to the gym and just take some pictures and pose, for the supplement company. That's what I thought. Mm-hmm. So I walk in and there's TV cameras and this whole setup at the gym, and Crody's there working out, big old large man. And so we're in the background working out with our shirts off at the gym. We were just extras. And so during one of the breaks, I'm a wrestling fan. I started just kind of marking out and just asking him, I was just asking him a bunch of questions about his wrestling career, because I was a fan. And I'm just like, dude, how was this? How was that? And he's looking at me, he goes, "Why don't you get into it?" And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Because I'm 44. Yeah, so I'm 40, I believe it was 41, 42 at the time. And I go, "Yeah, but you've been doing this a very long time." It's like, start fresh at 44. I'm like, yeah, that's nuts, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, planted that seed. And he goes, "Look, I got my friend Vinny Massaro and Big Ugly. They're running a school over in Sacramento. Just name drop, show up and name drop, and they'll take care of you." And I was like, okay. Just like that, we went on, filmed the rest of that episode, whatever, aired on Vice TV. It was called, oh my God, Black Market, Season 2, Episode 4. Anyways, you want to see it? It's a crazy. Vice TV does crazy stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so, they had some good documentaries.
And so, anyhow, I went through a really, really ugly, nasty divorce that cost me custody of my kids until they're 18. I have 4 kids with my ex-wife. I'm married 22 years. I have a 20-year-old, 18-year-old, and tomorrow soon to be 15-year-old sons and a 13-year-old daughter. And up until that moment, with Noah, the one that my son that debuted last night, he was 12 years old the last time I saw him before we got reconciled last year. So he goes through from 12 all the way through his adolescence without me. And I've talked about the divorce in other podcasts. I'm dealing with something called parental alienation.
I am familiar with that.
Which is when the other parent, just out of spite or personal reasons, nothing because I'm not a fit parent or anything, just makes it impossible for you to see your kids because of whatever they have against the other parent or the ex. It's just being vindictiveness. Okay, using manipulation and all these tactics to keep you away from your kids, using the court system, and just very, very, very ugly situation. I don't wish it on anybody. We can go more into it if you like as you ask questions, but you asked me why I got into wrestling. Well, my kids now, their mom now lives in Colorado, in Loveland, Colorado. So my son was over there with his mom. All my kids were over there, and she came to visit to California. Right before the summer I started training for wrestling in 21. She came down, she brought the kids, and she allowed my mom to have them over and see them. And my family was there. Everybody was there except for me. And my brother, who's also a wrestling student, was talking to him. And he's like, so what are you going to do after you get out of high school? He's like, are you going to go to college or anything? He's like, no, I don't want to go to school. I'm tired of school. I don't. At that time, he was pursuing a rap career. And he also, he told my brother, this is the version I get from my brother. He's like, he told my brother that he wanted to be a pro wrestler. And so I had just talked to Crody maybe 2 weeks before that. And I'm just like, wrestling. Of course, wrestling will bring us back together. That's our thing. Okay. My kids used to stage backyard wrestling shows when they were little. If you go on my YouTube channel, you'll see them at the park beating each other up. In the backyard. I mean, they were staging their own, and I let them, I let them do shit. They're boys. And so, anyways, I called the Pro Wrestling Academy Next Level, and I asked them when they train and when, what days. So I showed up, I name dropped. Doors, like Crody said, they opened wide open. At the time, I was really jacked, And I just went to watch. 5 minutes into it, I go to the office and I go, how do I sign up? I go, I got a show in 2 weeks. As soon as I come back from my trip, from my bodybuilding show, you got me full time. And I'll commit to this, right?
Yeah.
And so the reason I got into wrestling, brother, was to get my son back. So fast forward, he turns 18. I'm finally able to have contact with him. There was a struggle to get him to believe me and all that. Eventually, he put things together and he figured stuff out. And when that aha moment happened, he decided to move down here and give me a chance. Same thing. He was pursuing rap. He was opening for X-Rated. He was doing some concerts here and there with his rap. And the night I won the belt for Next Level last summer in July, he wrote a song for me. And he escorted me out the ringside, So he's rapping me to the ring. He wrote this badass song for me. And this was unscripted, unplanned. At the end of the match, after I won the belt, my trainer, Tony Vargas, turns on me, And I don't know what got into my son, but he runs into the cage to check on me after I get beat up. And he gets beat up too. Boom, boom, boom. And they beat the shit out of him. So we're both laying on the ground. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing here, kid? And he's like, I don't know. I'm just in here. I go, all right, well, are you having fun? He goes, dude, this is so cool. I go, all right, stay there. Don't move. Act like you're dying. After that, he just said, Dad, I want to do this. I want to sign up. I want to train full time. I want more of this. And it's just, he got addicted to the pot. And he's been chasing it ever since. And so that's how I got into pro wrestling, brothers.
Dude, that's so awesome. And then last night you guys had his debut against the Faces of Death, right?
Yes, sir. Doctrosity and Day Reckoning.
Hell yeah. No, that we watched that before we got on with one another, and it was definitely a fun match to watch and like pretty impressive. Like Boat had some pretty good moves, especially for like his debut. So like how long has he been like training with that?
With that moveset? I mean,
Or just like in general?
Yeah, last summer. So it's been a little bit over a year.
A little bit over a year now? Okay.
Months. Yeah, July. He started in July, I believe, of last year. So yeah, 13 months, 14 months maybe.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and he's been all in, man. I mean, he's my workout buddy, my sparring partner. I mean, he's been taking it real serious. It's showing. He's put on 30 pounds since he moved in with me,
Nice.
But I can't take credit for that. That's my wife's great home cooking, But yeah, he's the kid had it rough growing where he was at before he came to me. But that's his story to share. So he dropped out of high school. He got caught up, messing around with the partying and all that, and just not having the dad around really affected him.
Yeah,
having structure, discipline. So when I got him, he didn't have any of that. So we bumped heads a little bit for a little while, till it finally clicked. All I'm trying to do is look out for him in his best interest and just trying to teach him how to be a man, So
yeah, doing what fathers and
dads
should
what
be
dad's
doing.
supposed to do, right? And so we have a great relationship now. I mean, we're other than his girlfriend's probably the only other person that spends more time with him than I do. But I mean, I spend a lot of time with him,
That's awesome.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, of course.
Will you adopt me?
We can always have room for more.
Be the official Godfather of Turnbuckle tapes. But yeah, so that's super cool that you kind of have that story to share with your son and get to be able to walk with him on his journey like through professional wrestling. So go into how did you meet Matt Freeman and Michael Shawn and come into the fold with the 209 Click? How did that come about for you?
Well, when I started, they were training there. Well, Michael Shawn was training there. He's one of the after Vinny Massaro and Ugly left, they were there for maybe 2-3 months when I started, and then Vinny took off the West Coast, and then to be the head trainer there in San Francisco, and then Ugly, decided he has his own Ugly Dojo thing going on, so Michael Shawn filled in as an assistant coach. And Tony Vargas came in, and so Freeman and CJ and Michael Shawn were around, training there or working also for Next Level. And Michael is responsible actually a lot for the character in me, the Godfather of Swole gimmick with the body, all that. He gave me a lot of the stuff that I use, and Tony trained me with the ring stuff. Michael Shawn helped me out with creating the character. So I gotta give him credit for that. So we have a relationship like that, and that's how I ended up joining the 209 Click. We became friends, and I'm from the area, and it just, I don't know, we just click. We just click.
No pun intended, of course.
Yeah.
Nice, that's awesome. And then kind of, I know that we talked a little bit about this when we were out at the Dragon's Den, but you were recently in a movie, Ravenwood, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so we saw the trailer for that on your social media. Very, very cool work, at least just a little bit that we saw there. Could you elaborate or talk about how that came about, or how you were introduced to being casted?
The name of the movie is called Ravenwood. It's an action horror film. The way I got cast for it was at a wrestling show. It was being held at the Lincoln Park Core Arts Performance Center, which the director, Elle Byron, her husband, owned. And they held a TWF show there. So I'm working CJ Dirt and Iris Rose Kelly Page I don't know if you're familiar with her, but she was my training partner.
Okay.
You know, she's about a 200 plus pound woman. I mean, she looks like she can kick your ass. Okay, so this is like just any regular female, you know, a tiny little girl, whatever. This legit linebacker that can run you over and knock your ass out. So beating her up, and Elle, the director, saw it, and she's like, "That's the dude that I need for my movie, which is a narcissistic, crazy ex-husband just got out of prison and is looking for his ex-wife trying to kill her. You know, so." You know, they come up to you, say, "That's it." You know, you're like, "Oh, well, gee, thanks." You know,
typecast me or what?
Yeah. So I got offered an audition, and you know, was told it would pay this much, and I was like, "Whoa, you're going to pay me?" I was like, "Wow, I would have done it for free," you know. Anyhow, it was a great experience. We filmed it last spring in April, over by Yosemite out in the woods, because every horror movie that has a crazy monster has to happen in the woods somehow, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so last Wednesday, I finally got to watch the film with the cast and our families, and it was a trip seeing myself on a big ass screen at the movie theater, and like being a complete douchebag, and you know, sitting next to my wife while she's watching me try to murder a woman throughout the whole movie. You know, it was a trip. You know, but the movie was not bad. I mean, actually, I'm proud of the work. You know, for an indie film and the budget that we had, I think we did pretty well. You know, and so good that got me another role for next summer, sometime next year.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, and that was going to be about kung fu and invasion and alien invasion.
Nice.
That's gonna be
I'm sold already. I want to see it.
Yeah, for real.
So I don't know if I'm gonna be an alien or a kung fu master or what, but
maybe the aliens are the kung fu masters.
yeah. I don't know much about that.
Be one and the same.
Just said, sure, I'll do that. That sounds like fun.
Sold on the elevator pitch.
Yeah, so actually, it's not something that I was pursuing or anything. It's just fell on my lap, or talk about being at the right place at the right time. Same thing how wrestling happened. It just show up somewhere, and it just
works out for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's super awesome. It's like literally just doors opening for you. It's like, yeah, here you want to go down this way. This door's open for you, and you're like, yeah, let's go see what's down there. But it seems like at least
in October be available for streaming.
October, okay. Where do you know where to be streaming at, or no word on that yet?
Prime, Amazon, one of those. I believe, but I'll confirm. It was either between YouTube and Amazon.
Okay, nice.
That'll fit in because me and Liam have plans to do like a little series, like in between like interviews and stuff, where we review movies that have wrestlers in them, like Ready to Rumble or like Suburban Commando, like those type of, you know.
No Holds Barred.
Yeah, No Holds Barred.
They Live.
That was a good one.
Hell Comes to Frogtown.
One of my favorite ones. Dude, I saw. Okay, so I didn't know about that movie, but then I saw a reel for it, and I was like, I am so fucking down for that, because the absurdity of that just looks right up my alley.
Which one was that? Which
Hell Comes to Frogtown.
I haven't seen that one.
It's with Roddy Piper.
It's
They Live, or a different one?
No, it's called Hell Comes to Frogtown with Roddy Piper.
Okay, I gotta watch. I haven't seen that one.
It's probably on like Tubi TV. They have a lot of B movies in there.
Yeah,
I highly recommend it. It's a good.
I will watch it. I'll watch it with my boy tonight.
I have a question. As somebody who's on a fitness journey, myself, I've lost 40 pounds already.
Nice.
Knocking on 50, and trying to do more. What got you into the bodybuilding?
Well, I've been an athlete my whole life. So working out, training is something I've been doing since I was 8 years old. I was a basketball player for many, many years. I don't know life without working out. I didn't start lifting weights until I went to college, and they made me lift weights.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
And I didn't like it at first. I was embarrassed because it hurt, and the girls were lifting more weight than me. You know, I was 120. I was as tall as I am now, but 125 pounds out of high school.
Yeah.
You know, I was twig, dude. Then I go to the gym, and in about 3 months, I gained about 25 pounds after I was, consistent of just muscle. I looked like Bruce Lee. I was 160 pounds or 155 pounds, thinking I was freaking buff as heck, you know,
Yeah.
all lined up, all straight up. And I just got hooked. And I've always been a fan of bodybuilding, but at the time, they only had the open division, which is the big old monsters, you know?
Yeah.
And so men's physique, which is the beach body division, started in 2012, I believe. And so at that time, it was just to have an attainable physique that a person at the beach can have. That's why they wear the board shorts and all that. Not too much muscle. You just look like an athlete.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, man, that's something I think I can do. And so I was like, you know, I already been lifting weights for a long time. I'm 36, 37 years old. And I had just stopped playing basketball. I was about to start playing basketball. My knees couldn't take it no more. I was just like, I had to find something to do to keep me from driving at the time, my wife crazy. Because I'm that person that can't stay still too long. I'm always on one, always on the go, active. I can only hang out in the house for so long. And all right, let's go do something, you know? So I coached myself. I entered a contest. I learned on YouTube how to be a bodybuilder. That's how I learned. Okay, I didn't hire no coach or nothing. I just wanted something just to do, bucket list thing. Did the show, placed dead last. Okay? And my pride, my ego couldn't handle that. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this again. You know?
Hell yeah.
I could have been like, you know what? F it. I tried it. I sucked. Because everybody.
You took that drive, though.
Yeah, everybody's is a gym rat. Everybody eats right. And so then I hired a coach. And my next shot, I placed 6th. So I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then I stuck with it. I trained. My critique was you need more size. At the time, I was 165 pounds on stage, 162 pounds on stage. Okay, which for my frame is small. Okay, but I was really, really ripped, you know. So it took some time to get bigger. I gained about another 25 pounds in a few years. And the next time I went up, I finally won.
Nice.
And winning gets addicting. So you want to keep doing it, right? So that's how I got into bodybuilding. And I was doing it up until I ran into Super Beast Chris Crody, and he directed me to Next Level Pro Wrestling. So the gym is something, it's my therapy. It's how I stay sane. So it keeps me from losing my damn mind when things go wrong. I go when I'm happy. I go when I'm sad. I always, you know what I mean? If I don't do nothing all day, but I went to the gym, to me it's a win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it's a non-scheduled rest day, like today's my day off from the gym, from everything. So this is scheduled. My body needs to heal and recover from last night. But it's just been consistent ever since I was 18. I'm 47, so it's like I don't know any other way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not like it's just consistency, brother. It's not like I got to motivate myself or anything. I just get up. I know I got to go to the gym. It's just part of what
it's just become your routine. Yeah, and I think that's like the most important thing, because it's like ultimately it's easy to get like really motivated to start working out and stuff like that. But I think the consistency is way more important, because it's like motivation is kind of like a quick little spike, but then it like peters out very quickly.
Yeah. And I tell everyone my age now, like, this is the fountain of youth. It's not creams. It's not these gimmicks. You want to be young, stay young, work out. That's going to preserve you longer.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I completely agree with that, because it's like there's videos I've seen of like elderly women like working out and do weightlifting, and it's just like what?
Yeah.
Like just leg pressing like 200 pounds and
more plates. Yeah.
We don't gotta do all that. Just gotta go in and do something, man. That's what for everybody. Just do something. Break a sweat. Stretch your muscles out.
But yeah, it's just I don't know. I think people ultimately cut themselves short on their ability of what they're capable of. And it's like ultimately eating the elephant, or chunking the elephant, I guess, as the expression goes. Like, you're not going to be able to eat the thing in one sitting, but it, just a little bit over time, like you'll get where you need to go.
And then I was a personal trainer for many years. So you're your own commercial.
Yeah.
So you put a lineup of trainers, and you got one that looks like me, and you got one that looks the opposite of me. Who are you going to hire?
Well, the one that obviously
it does a whole lot. I mean, I've gotten business just on that, just by the way I look. Wrestling opened the doors for me just because of the way I look. No skill, but I had a look. So they're willing to work with that. I got the movie role for the same thing. my size, my look, you know. At work, what I do now, I work for a chiropractor, physical therapist. I work on injuries all day.
Oh, nice.
Okay? All day I'm working on injuries. I'm an expert on injuries. I collect injuries for fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I know how to heal. I've torn just about everything you can tear. Okay? Because since wrestling, and I've healed myself with the technology and resources that I have available to me at work. You know?
That's cool that it seems like everything kind of plays a hand in like the next part of your life. Like bodybuilding got you into wrestling, and then like that got you into doing movies and stuff, and then you have like the chiropractic working with the injuries. It's like,
and even that job, it was because of the way I look. The chiropractor I work for hired me before COVID to get him abs. 50 at the time, he was 51, 52 years old. Okay. He goes, how long? Because I want to go to Hawaii. How long would it take for you to work with me, for me to have abs? I go, give me 3 months. Good. He hired me. He got his abs. COVID happened. He got his belly back. But he hired me to run his clinic, you know, medical weight loss and all these things that we do there and the physical therapy. And he invested in me, you know, for me to be able to work there and get the, you know, requirements that I need to have to be able to help him out. And so, but it's all because the aesthetics, you know, the look or whatever, right? My body is how I make my money. You know, it's how I made my living for a long time. It's because of the way I look, taking care of myself. You know? So it's opened up a lot of doors. And that's because one day I went to the gym and picked up some weights, you know, and it's paid off in the long run, 20-something years later. You know, it's still helping me out.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. Like, especially, you know, it just seems like it just one thing led to another for you, like pretty effortlessly. I wouldn't say effortlessly. I'm, you know, I'm probably minimizing a lot of the work to get there, but you get what I mean.
I do. I've been very fortunate to, I don't know, but I guess I keep saying that, being at the right place at the right time, you know, and just open the opportunities when they present themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think it's like, it's one of those things where even if you don't really realize it, you're creating opportunities for yourself if you're working towards something. Like, it may not be now, but, you know, like you said, you just working out leads to you, you know, getting into wrestling. And now that, you know, you have like wrestling and then now you're wrestling with your son, training with your son. Like, it just seems like this really nice tapestry just kind of like got woven. Like, that's just super sick. Like, I love that.
Thank you.
Cal, you look like you want to say something.
Yeah, I have a quick update here from WrestleMania 3. The Honky Tonk Man just defeated Jake the Snake Roberts.
Oh,
yeah, in a major upset here at WrestleMania 3 capacity crowd.
Oh man,
I'm waiting for that Macho Man Steamboat match. I think that's going to be pretty good.
It's Macho Man this is WrestleMania 3.
Yeah, so the one
it's Hulk Hogan
against Ricky Steamboat for the Intercontinental title. That's the match that stole the show. You remember that one?
Yes, I'm looking at the card right now. I'm looking at my notes.
So up until I saw HBK Undertaker won, the main to me at that point, that was the best WrestleMania match ever, in my opinion.
The Ricky Steamboat Macho Man?
Yeah,
that's a great match.
Because I was a kid when I saw that, and I was like, dude, that's what I want to do, like what they just did, you know? And so the last time I felt like that was, HBK Undertaker, the first time, you know, the street.
Okay, let's give a top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time.
Favorites?
Yeah.
Of course, my number 1 is Hulk Hogan. Then it'll be Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Bret Hart.
Yes.
Even though he sucked in the ring, but he was the Ultimate Warrior. Now I say he sucks. Look, now knowing what I know and watching wrestling as a grunt, I'm like, dang, he was horrible. But he looked great. You know, all that as a kid. And John Cena. John Cena has a special place in my heart because that's my kid's Hulk Hogan. And so he used to come out and my kid be all like I used to be when I see Hulk. And it's just,
have that connection.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually, he's a really, really good worker, in my opinion. To me, he is the GOAT.
I really respect all that Cena does for the Make-A-Wish stuff.
Yeah.
Like that shit.
Yeah, definitely. Like how many Make-A-Wishes has he done? He's done like
he has the record or something, doesn't he?
And oh my, hold on, we should have Luther look it up. Luther.
Yeah, Luther's our intern.
You got an intern? Wow, you guys are like that.
Yeah, we got big things going on over here at Turnbuckle Tapes.
That's what's up.
But Luther's just he's a little slow sometimes.
What's up, Luther?
He gave you head nods. Yeah, no, he's back here. Yeah, how many Make-A-Wishes has John Cena done? Yeah, he sucks at typing. 700.
Wow.
As of September 2024, 700 Make-A-Wishes.
Wow. As of just now, right? September 2024?
Yeah. Yeah. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Because I know, man, there's been some that I've seen where it's like the one where like the kid's mom had cancer or something like that. And like he had Cena in tears just because of how
yeah.
Like Mike.
Yeah, it's that's great. No, what he does is awesome, man. And I think the second person has the most. He's probably like twice as many, 3 times as many as number 2, right? It's a ridiculous gap between who's done him and second number 2. There's a little gap like that.
Yeah. Okay. One more question I just thought of here. Say it's last minute. The time's crunching on you, and you had to pick a tag team partner. Who would you pick, me or Liam?
Who's faster? I don't need a bigger guy. I'm the big guy, so I just need someone quick.
That'd probably be Liam then. I'm just a big
powerhouse.
Powerhouse.
You're a big teddy bear.
Well, we could do Freeman rules, brother. Freebird rules or something, to fill in.
I wanted to know, what would you say? I'm sure the match with your son at yesterday is definitely one of your favorite matches that you've wrestled. Is there any other matches that stand out to you?
Yeah. Well, of course, the night I won the belt. I mean, when they put the belt on me, that was because when I first started, I was so stiff from bodybuilding. I was getting injured all the time. Mm-hmm. I was told, and he'll let me share this with you, by the promoter, by the booker, Justin Caton, okay, who's one of my best friends now. He told me you'll never be more than an enhancement guy. You'll never main event. You're just going to, you'll never do this. You'll never do that. Mm. So that night, when I'm holding that belt up, those are real tears coming out my eyes because you remember what you were told. And I love Justin, but holding the belt up in the air, this to everybody that said I couldn't do it. I'm too old. I'm too this. I'm too that. And with my son in the ring with me, there in person, that was just.
Was that was on YouTube? Didn't they film?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it and I was crying.
Yeah, that was.
Because you got your son, everybody hugging on you at the end, and you were crying and I was crying.
That's it. And then of course I worked personal favorite when I worked at Super Beast. We brought him over and he did the honors. And when they were doing the title push on me before I got the belt, they flew him in, and he agreed to do that for me. And that was like I don't know how to explain it, but because he was the one responsible for me getting the business.
Yeah.
And he didn't have to do that. And so that meant a lot. It means a lot still. You know, that he was willing to do that for me. And that's when they put the rocket ship on me with Next Level. You know, and I haven't looked back since. You know, so that was a really, really big moment for me as far as in the business, because then it also opened up for me to main event everywhere else that I've gone. Everywhere I've gone, I've main evented. You know?
Yeah.
And that was during my rookie year, you know. So it was crazy. It was like I was like on the Goldberg little kind of streak, you know, not the undefeated streak, but like they were just building me up like that. And I was like, wow.
That's really cool though.
You know?
You had the workability to support the need for you and like the drive.
I have a funny Swole story I want to bring up. So we went to Winter Warfare in December, or is it December or November last year at the Modesto Eagles Hall?
Yeah, it was Eagles Hall.
And I was there, and this was my first TWF show, and Liam brought me, and that was kind of the genesis of like this whole podcast and and everything. And he was like, "Let's just fucking go watch wrestling." So we went, and I'm there, and I'm talking to Flacco, you know, chopping it up, and I bought one of his, you know, how he sells the masks at the table and whatever. So I bought one. I think I bought a Dr. Wagner mask. And so I was like, fuck it, I'm going to wear it. You know, I'm at the show. And then you guys, the 209 click comes out. And I think it was you or Michael Sean. I think it might have been you, though. But you said, yeah, if I was that ugly, I'd be wearing a mask, too. And then and then I'm laughing later because I didn't, you know, he's taking it in stride or whatever. And then you were walking by and you were sucking on a sucker.
Yeah.
And I was like, I said it out loud. I was like, I wonder what flavor that is. And then you were walking like you didn't hear me. And then you turned around and you were like cherry. As you were walking back to the locker room, I just thought it was hilarious.
That's fun.
Yeah, that show was, like I said, my first first like independent wrestling show. Well, I went to one when I was younger, but this was like one that I really remembered. And then I think later Liam was like, he hit me up and said, "Hey, would you want to do a podcast about wrestling?" And I was like, fuck yeah, because we had both just gotten back into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we started talking all this stuff, like ideas, and then we were like, Matt Freeman was the first to hit us up to be a guest on the show.
Yeah.
And like asked to be on, and I thought that was really cool. And then me and Liam were talking, we're like, well, I wonder if we could get, you know, some of the other guys from TWF to come on. And then I was at work, and right after that, I'd got a message on our Instagram that I was like, wouldn't it be cool if Michael Sean, if we could get him on? And then he messaged us, like, the next time I went to break to check my phone, it was a message from Michael Sean saying, "Hey, can I be on the show?" And we've just been fucking on a gravy train with biscuit wheels ever since.
Perfect explanation. No, it's been like a lot of fun. Like it's kind of at least for me, I wasn't expecting it to like get to like this point. Like nobody would really care, because I figured, because it was just mainly Kyle and I just like shooting shit, like and, like bullshitting, and then like it's been a lot of fun getting to meet everyone and interview and learn everyone's story, and it's been it's just been like a lot of fun, and like there's a lot of inspiration around, you know. It's just like everyone has like these stories that, you know, are pretty, what's the word I'm looking for, you know, something relatable.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have your podcast now. I mean, how long you been doing it now? A little over a year, or give or take?
No, not even a year. Like
a year yet?
No, but we started in like April.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, started in April, and then like I said, we've been just riding this train, and then, you know, we got asked by Jake and Matt to be on the Pro Wrestling Plus. They host
the stream that service that they're on.
Yeah, we got asked to. We're on that now.
Oh, that's cool.
And I think we're gonna start doing a little training at the Dragon's Den.
What?
Yeah.
That's what's up, guys. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you guys something. If you don't have one yet, get a gym membership. That's gonna help you from them bumps a little bit more. Sheesh, bro, that shit. Your first month just sucks, you know, because you just getting banged up, and man, you know. I don't know how old you guys are, but I'm 47. I was 44 when I started. Oh my god, my body just.
I'm knocking on 40.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm getting close to 40. But yeah, when we were at the Dragon's Den though, like we ran the ropes a little bit and like took bumps and like it's so awkward because it's like I know we've talked about it before, but it's like you're like relearning how to fall.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, but, you gotta unfuck yourself and relearn everything.
Unfuck yourself so you can learn to fuck yourself up.
Yeah, we were hanging out at Matt's and we were talking about, let's go out to the ring a little bit and mess around, and then here comes Sean Hernandez. Let me go make sure you guys don't kill yourselves out there.
So you guys had him there too. Look at that, man. You guys are hanging out with Sean Hernandez, bro.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought 4 months ago you'd be doing stuff like that?
Right? Exactly.
Yeah, no, it's like what the fuck.
Dude, I've been in locker rooms and I was in Vegas and Carlito is really good friends with Chris. So
no way.
Yeah, I'm there drinking with Carlito, getting drunk with Carlito in Vegas, and he's watching us wrestle, and he's in the locker room now. You know, another down with Gangrel, you know. Jacob Fatu, who's now all over Raw or SmackDown. I mean, be in the locker room with him a few times, you know, and all of a sudden you're like, well, I was just in the locker room with them not that long ago. Now look at what he's doing.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
And it's just like, wow, you know, just because I went to a photo shoot or what I thought was a photo shoot one day and met Chris, this is how all this happens, you know, it's crazy, dude. How one person can change your life.
Even just like in the realm of wrestling, like we've discussed, you know, like your relationship with your son. We discussed our podcast and like how wrestling is like, it just brought a lot of cool shit together in our life, like a lot of good memories and like new friends and like it's great. Friends. Yeah, it's cool.
So we all have in common, right? Well, we love this shit. We're fucking with it, right? And you guys said you guys weren't following it for a while. You guys just got back into it.
Yeah, so when we were younger.
Yeah.
What's that?
No, so it was the same thing with me. I had stopped watching it because it was something my kids and I did. My boys and I did. You know, we staged fights in the living room, in the backyard. For example, I took them to WrestleMania 31 when they were in the 49ers stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Rollins cashed it in. And they had DX against NWO or was Sting against Triple H. We went to that one.
Yeah.
Okay? And the way I surprised them with the tickets, we did a Money in the Bank match in the backyard. They had to come around.
Wow, that's so cool.
It's on my YouTube channel. And so they're little. You got little 10, 11-year-old kids beating the shit out of each other, going through tables and jumping off the ladders and boom, boom, boom. You know, and then when my son that won the match opens up the briefcase and there's tickets. WrestleMania, he's like, oh, you know that.
Yeah, dude.
So
better
when
than
I
Disneyland.
lost my kids, I couldn't watch wrestling because it would just make me really sad.
Yeah.
But then when COVID happened and we couldn't do shit, there was no football games, no basketball. I mean, nothing right for a little while, but there was wrestling. You know, without fans, that's why I came back. And all of a sudden, I started remembering the good times I had with wrestling with my kids. Instead of being sad, they were good times. Yeah. Great memories that I'm glad I made them. I'm glad I started following them again. I started watching again. And then a little after that, I meet Chris and I'm in the ring and wrestling got my family back, you know? So, and then some, my brother and his son also trained, you know? And I'm 12 years older than my brother. Mm-hmm. So we didn't have like a close relationship. Not that we didn't love each other, but it's just we didn't have a whole lot in common.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I do the wrestling thing, and he decides to try it, and now we have that closeness. Like now we're like, my brother's like my best friend now. You know what I mean? And so I got him, my nephew involved, and it's just it's giving. I can't ever thank or repay pro wrestling enough for what it's done already for me in these 3 years.
Yeah,
you know,
it seems like you've definitely been blessed through as wrestling as a catalyst.
Yes, and so man, it's I don't know how long I'll be able to be in the ring. I'm 47. I mean, hopefully I can make it to 50 in one piece. But man, I'm just having the time of my life right now. In spite of it's been worth how my body feels. It's been worth it, so far. So man, it's just been one awesome ride.
One more time, I'm sorry.
It's just been one awesome ride, man. I haven't had a bad experience in the business yet. I hear a lot of horror stories, but I stay out of that. And I'm just like, I'm here to have fun.
Yeah.
And when it starts being fun, I think that's when it's time for me to go do something else.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, just the little 3 years that you've gotten, I don't see a reason to put a break on it unless it's,
my body. Unless my body just says, fuck you can't no more,
Fuck it.
I told my wife, don't let me be like Ric Flair in that last match. Don't let me go in there.
Don't let me go in there.
And the pacemaker on, and
don't let me have a heart attack in the middle of the ring and resuscitate me, please.
Must shoot me in the back of the head.
Oh man, but yeah, no, that's super awesome, man, and we totally appreciate you sharing your story. Like it's been a lot of fun hearing it again, and it's like we said, because we've talked about having you on at least in a couple of the episodes, I think, or at least in the last TWF one that we recorded, which should be coming out on Monday. But we've been looking forward to this just from the little bit that we were able to talk to you at Matt's house, and finally get some time to sit down and get to talk to you more.
Well, thank you for having me. I mean, this is, I love talking about this stuff, man. It's just two guys. This is what we'd be doing at the bar if we were at with a drink.
Yeah,
like we were doing at Matt's. It's just guys hanging out, talking to each other. Yep, that's it.
Do you have any upcoming events or anything you want to plug? I know you got the movie and.
Where's my phone at? I don't have
I schedule.
My schedule here, brother. Yeah, this whole month of September is going to be busy as heck. It's all wrestling. So next week there's a Bacon Fest in Modesto. On downtown Modesto.
That's the CWA.
That's the CWA. I'll be there. My son and I will both be there. You guys know Torch?
Yes.
The Sunday after that, we're doing a benefit for him at Next Level.
Oh, for his
his house went down, and everybody. And then we got TWF on the 21st in Stockton.
We'll be there.
We'll definitely get that.
Will be represented really well there. It should be a good. It's always a good time at that venue with us.
Yeah.
Pretty much run the asylum at that venue. And then back at Next Level on the 28th. So yeah, man.
Busy man.
And you can catch Next Level on Zebo.
Yeah, Zebo.tv.
Yeah, that's right. Zebo.tv.
Or NLPW.com. That's the website. That's the links to all the shows. What else? That's pretty much it for September right now. I try to work only once a week because my body is 47 and it takes me a little longer to recover, or else I'd be doing it every other night, if I could. But the body has its limits too.
It does.
It's true.
It does. But I mean, you gotta, if you want to make it last a long time, that's good that you're not trying to,
Well, one thing I've learned being my age is to listen. Trying to think like a vet, even though I'm really technically not. But I've been an athlete my whole life. It's like I know what my body can do, cannot do now. You know, so I try to not to do too much. Like we do the hardcore match, all that, the gimmick matches. That's the easy stuff. But you're not going to see me flying off the top rope and doing some crazy stuff or taking some.
Oh, that's what I wanted.
You know, that's what I have my son for. He can do that. He can handle it.
And that match that with that you showed from Faces of Death yesterday when he did that frog splash and like unfortunately like the dude moved out of the way, but I was just like dude, like props for being able to do that shit.
Yeah,
like,
he's been practicing that one for a while. He loves taking that bump. That's his bump.
Oh.
You know, he hasn't hit it once yet. Not even that practice. I just want to miss it. Boom. You see me up here, you know I'm going to miss. I'm like,
and then I think he took a German right after that.
I want to do this. Boom. Like, all right, well, it's your body.
Yeah.
Right now, look, he was up to 3 a.m. at least, and he got up to go to work, and doesn't seem like he's feeling anything right now. I wouldn't be able to walk right now.
That's dedication. Clocking out of the ring and then clocking into work.
And youth is wasted on the young, brother.
I never understood that saying until I got older.
Now, right?
Yeah, I'm just like, damn, that is such a true saying. Oh, man.
So I'm fortunate enough to be in the ring with some great workers. I've been around for a long time, and so they've shown me the ropes, and I've just been observing and watching them, you know. I mean, like Freeman, you know, he's stiff as fuck. Can't look. All he has to do is talk, you know.
Yeah.
All he has to do is talk. Yeah. You know, and that's it. You know, so I'm when I'm with them, I don't even gotta talk. Him and CJ, just go ahead, just say whatever you want. I would just agree or be like, "What the fuck?"
What are you on about?
We're at Avery. It's a CJ Dirt story. We're at Avery, and Freeman and I are working bike club. And well, we came out with CJ. He's gonna work Vinny Massaro, and he does let's do the Hawk 2 handshake, you know. And you just try not to. It's just hard to keep a straight face. He's up there doing shit like that. And then Matt Freeman's like, "Where all the hoes at?" And all these women. I was like, "Oh my god." Oh man.
With the Haley's comment.
Yeah, it's so much fun hanging out with those guys, dude.
Freeman made me laugh at the Summerfest when you guys were coming out for that tag, that 6-man tag.
Yeah.
And he ripped up some girl's sign, and she was like, you could hear her on the video. She's like, "I was supporting you," and he's like, "I don't want your support."
Oh man.
Oh man, I'm glad he's my friend. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah. Definitely. But yeah, do you have anything else, Kyle?
No, I think we're good on that.
Do you have anything else for us, Don? Yeah, you got any? What's the future? What's in the future for you? Like, what goals do you got for the next upcoming year?
Brother, my goals. I don't have goals with wrestling. I don't. I have personal goals. You know, trying to be a better husband and a better dad. That's me. That's what I'm about. Those are my priorities. You know, that means the world to me, my family, and being a role model, especially after all this shit, you know, I've been through and all that. It's like, to me, it's important that my house is in order, my wife's happy, or, you know, because with this, what we do, she could easily get upset or bitter because, you know, so much wrestling every weekend, and that's her weekends, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she's very supportive, and she's my road partner. I mean, she goes to, you know, most of my shows unless they're too far, you know. But she's my #1 fan and #1 support, and you know, without her, I wouldn't be able to do this. Without her, we wouldn't be able to do this, my son and I, you know, because you can't without support. It's really, really difficult. So with wrestling, I take it one show at a time, you know, because of where I'm at in my life. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to go to WWE or anything like that. I mean, of course, if there were the call, of course we do it or something, right? But what's the likelihood? My goal is just to work with my son as much as I can, make memories, help him out, you know, look out for him. Personal life is just, you know, get better at what I do for a living so I can be able to provide for my family more, you know. That's pretty much it, brother. Try not to be a douchebag, you know.
Simple kind of living right there, sir.
I do better than others, you know. But that's pretty much it, brother. I'm having such a good time right now. I'm at a good place in my life, you know. here, you know. So I don't really have like I said, goals like that. I'm just enjoying life one day at a time, and you know, meeting new people like yourselves, you know, that are cool, and just trying to surround myself with good people.
See that, amen.
And wrestling provides that.
It does. Provides everything, you know. But
yeah, it does provide more than people realize.
yeah,
I
I
think
mean, wrestling
sometimes.
has given me an extended family. I mean, our biggest supports for my son and I have been people that were strangers not that long ago.
Yeah,
You know, we have people coming from all over Fresno, this here, to come watch us. You know, um, and it's just like it's really humbling. It's really like, why? You know, it's just me or us. You know, it's like we're nobody. We're not John Cena, but they treat us like we are. They treat us like we're superstars or whatever. And it's just it's of course I love it, enjoy it, but it's very humbling.
yeah,
So so if I have a goal is that continue to connect with those that come to the shows, the fans, give them my time, take the pictures, respond back when they you know ask you questions, you know, to keep up with that because without them, who do we perform in front of?
yeah.
You know, I always remember me being in the stands as a kid when I used to go watch wrestling and just, you know, and even when before when I was training, going to the shows as a student and just, you know, watching everybody and just be and just the interaction with the indie wrestling community is just it's awesome, man. You know, I love that we can interact with our fans. You know, I don't even like calling them fans, but the ones that come support us, our supporters. Let me call them our supporters. That's
There
what
you
they
go.
are. You know, and I love them all. You know, because without them, what's the point of what we do? You
Yeah.
know?
Well, I think kind of going back to the whole when COVID happened with wrestling and not having the fans there and like really what like when they were piping in fan
Yeah,
cheers and like people, you know, on screens and stuff like that, it really kind of creates like a different atmosphere that's, you know, kind of foreign to what makes wrestling great is like the fans that like you
yeah,
feel the electricity. It's like the symbiotic relationship between like the entertainers and the fans and like I don't know. I think kind of coming out of COVID, I think that's one of the things that made me get back into wrestling was like shit that could have been like gone
yeah.
or
That
but
was
I
some
think
weird Twilight Zone times, brother. I mean, it just was not that long ago, right? But damn, that was just bizarro world. It was like, what the fuck? You know, this is the hell's going on here.
yeah.
Crazy times. Um, but yeah, brother. I mean, I'm having the time of my life right now, and I'm really proud of what we're doing. I'm really proud of what we're doing with Next Level. I'm really proud of what we're doing with TWF. You know, um, Jake's a great guy to work for. Justin's a great guy to work for. You know, working with a 209 as a heel is so much fun. You know, it's so much easier to be a heel than it is to be a baby. You know?
What do you enjoy about being a heel?
Well, um, that I can get away. I can just it's easy. All I gotta do is look. Hey, fat kid, what are you looking at? You know, and all of a sudden, you know, you got everybody's attention, and you know, as a
Get the
face, it's
push
harder to
notice.
get people to support you. You know, you got to convince them to. You know,
Yeah.
so I've been very fortunate enough that you know at Next Level because that's probably the only place I get to be a face at that they respond the way that they do. You know, I'm homegrown, so it's you know, so I love that. Um, but my favorite wrestler is Hulk Hogan, right?
Mm.
So I would try to copy him as a heel and as a guy, as a heel and as a baby, because to me, like I said, to me he's the best at both. You know, he was the best baby when he was in the '80s. He was the main heel when he was at NWO. I mean, he was really good at both,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So 209 Swole is trying to be Hollywood Hogan, which I'm gonna get more into now that I did the movie. So I'm gonna incorporate being a movie
Uh,
to my gimmick, right?
I like that.
So and so it's gonna be a quite a thing that we're doing because my son now the rapper, so we got the dad's the Hollywood star. You got
yeah.
the rapper star. You know, we're gonna be douchebags. People are gonna be so annoyed with us. So, but that's the thing about being a heel. You can do all that stuff. As a face, you gotta, you know, it's a whole different character and psychology behind it. You know,
yeah.
both fun. and I'm learning both at the same time, which a lot of people don't get to have that. You're either one or the other, you know? I get to two, you know, separate characters at two different promotions, and it's a lot of fun. That's why you see me as a heel wear red, so I don't confuse myself when I'm out there, and not in the black and white when I'm a baby, because it's easy to forget, man. When you're in there, you want to go choke somebody when you can't or whatever. Cheat.
Like, oh wait, no, baby.
Yeah, wait,
no,
wait, this is the wrong guy.
The heat of the moment.
But I always remember Hogan used to do all that stuff as a baby too, rake the eyes, do all these dirty stuff, and get away with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. If you could have one dream match with anybody, who would it be with?
Well, I probably learned the most with someone like Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart. To me, those are the two best at what they did in the ring as far as the ring work. I think Shawn was a better entertainer. I think Bret was more in the technical side, but I don't know, both of them. It's like, who you like better, Kobe or Jordan? You know, or like they're both almost mirrors of each other, but like, what's your taste? You know? Yeah. So it would be one of those two guys. Definitely one of those two guys, because they would make me look like a superstar. You know, you never see those guys have a bad match with anybody.
No.
And so I would love to work one of those two guys. But my dream match, of course, would be Hulk Hogan, of course. You know, but that would be not that fun of a match. You know?
Yeah, like I wrestled Hogan, but yeah, I took a leg drop.
Yeah, you know.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
Yeah. But that would be awesome. But the one that eventually is going to happen is when my son and I go at it.
Oh, that's going to be a lot of fun.
For some reason. That's the one I'm looking forward to later on. Not right now, but later on when I'm on my way out. Yeah. So
it's going to be exciting.
It'll be like Dominic and Rey Mysterio.
Oh, it'll be better.
Oh, I bet.
Darker even.
I'm excited to see where this goes.
Find out having skewers and thumbtacks and all that shit. And fireballs.
Cheese graters.
Well, we were trained by Tony Vargas, man. If you don't know who he is, he's a deathmatch king, man. So already had a couple encounters with him involving all those gimmicks, man. And we killed it both times or 3 times. I don't know how many times I've done that with him now. But yeah. It's in our blood.
Yeah, that 6-man tag at Summerfest that shit was everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah. Like even like watching it again, like after seeing it live, it was still like just like, God, dude, there was a lot.
So much going on.
Yeah.
But it's like it was fun because it was like watching a whole new match at that point, because now we're like, you know, obviously when we're there, we can control the focus, but now it's just like the focus is here. So it's like picking up on a lot more, you know, different things.
Yeah. Working with anybody from Bike Club is always fun, man. Those guys, they love to have fun in there. They don't take themselves too serious. They'll let you do whatever you want to them, as long as you're willing to take it back. You know, it's just, that's what I like when I work with people. You want to give me shit? Cool. You gotta let me give it back, you know?
Yeah,
I'm down for just about everything, except just don't light me on fire or anything like that.
I got my limits.
You know, I gotta ask my wife if it's okay first, you know. But
wife said it's okay. We're in this, boys. Let's do it.
Can I go through it? Can I go through a table, babe?
We didn't even ask her if the boy can get lit on fire yesterday. We asked for forgiveness after.
Yeah, that's exactly. How'd the match go? Well, I got a fireball to the face.
He wrestles fucking Scorpion from Mortal Kombat.
Right? Hadouken.
Ignited in a blaze.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Now he was kind of bummed because he wanted to jump in on this call with you guys on this interview, but he got called into work. He's all stoked right now, man.
Oh, we can get him on.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely get him on.
Actually, it'll probably be best one-on-one. That way he can not worry about me being around, and he can just shoot from the hip or from the heart, you know. But I'm really, really, really proud of what we did last night, what he's accomplished, what he's gone through to be where he's at now. He's come a long way. He's grown so much. I'm a really proud dad right now, guys.
Nah, I could tell,
After
man.
I'm done with you
yeah.
guys, I'm grilling up some steaks and I'm popping up some cold ones. I'm gonna keep celebrating. So
All right, yeah. Text us the address. We'll be right over.
yeah, I'm here in Rancho Cordova. Come on by.
No, that's cool. Yeah, because like I mentioned earlier, both Kyle and I are dads, so it's looking at it from that angle and being able to wrestle with your kid, like that just seems like the most gratifying thing ever. Like being able to share that with him, because it's like you're creating core memories with him, and
Yeah.
like being able to do that after everything that you guys have been through is just truly like just awe-inspiring is the best way I can put it.
Thank you. And that's all we're trying to do.
Yeah.
For dads that have gone through what I've gone through. I'm an advocate for that, so it's like parents' rights, fathers' rights, involved in that. I speak out against it, when they try to keep kids. I mean, I'm an advocate for it. I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Yeah.
And so try to bring awareness and also if you go through something, you don't have to stay down, you get back up, work on yourself, eventually things could come around and get better if you just stay positive and just keep grinding, man. I mean, you hear that Rocky speech all the time. Nothing hits you harder than life, right?
Oh, yeah.
You willing to take the hits. You got, you know what I mean? It's just how it is. That's real life, And so at the time you're going through it, it sucks. But now looking back, that don't happen to me. I'm not the man I am today because I didn't let it make me a bitter person or a worse. It made me a better man.
Yeah.
And so now, not the time, but now I'm a better person, a better man, a better husband, a father because of it. So
well, it seems
really
like you're definitely reaping your rewards.
What's that?
I said it definitely seems like you're reaping your rewards for like going through that work.
I really am right now. Now I just got to thank God for that because without him, none of this is possible. So grateful, really grateful, man.
Hell yeah,
that's awesome.
Making me kind of tear up a little bit over here. Waterworks are running over here.
What's that?
I said the waterworks are running over here.
It's all right, man. Real men cry, brother.
That's right.
It's true.
Hell yeah.
There's no crying in wrestling.
There's a lot of crying in wrestling.
Behind the scenes, just don't cry in the ring.
Yeah.
Oh man. Trying to think of got anything else, Kyle?
No, I think we're good.
Covered a lot today. Definitely gotta get to know you more on a personal level, and thank you for sharing your experiences with us and coming on. It's been, like I said, we've been really looking forward to having you on this for this episode. Yeah, kind of talk about everything.
Well, thanks for having me on, guys. Anytime you guys want to have me back on, more than happy to do it.
Oh yeah.
Looking forward to seeing you guys at shows and wish you nothing but success with your podcast, everything you guys are into. You guys get into training, stick to it, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Buy a heating pad and invest in ice packs.
Get an industrial ice maker.
Yeah.
And a lot of cannabis, man.
I got that
for
one
sure.
Oh man. But yeah, I think we'll call the episode right there.
All right.
But yeah, we again, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming on, and for everyone listening, we appreciate you for making it this far. A couple shout outs to a couple people. Mike Nordyke from the Outlander show. We love you, buddy. Go check out his show. And then also, if you want to get freaking juice to the freaking gills, get Psycho Pharma 20% off with Camacho 420.69. I've been using that, and so is Kyle. And the skin splitting pumps are like no fucking joke. Like
it feels good.
It's like insane. But
feels good.
Yeah, give me some of that.
Yeah, dude. We'll
we can get you some samples.
Oh
yeah, we'll get you hooked up with some
pre-workout. It's fucking.
Yeah.
So when I first started wrestling, I used to dry scoop when I come out.
Oh.
You know, And then I go to the ring, and like when I'm getting beat up, I hulk up. Oh, when they that was my gimmick in the beginning. Yeah,
I love it.
I recently stopped doing. I stopped doing it about a year ago. But yesterday, we did a green screen promo. Back stage promo with my son before we went out there. So I was trying to be like hawking the animal, like Jumbo. Then he do his thing, and then get the pre-workout. We chug it and spiked it. And we went out to the ring.
Oh my god, that is amazing.
So we can do that for your sponsor, man.
Yes, we might need to
TV.
we might need a dry hit from Don Swolio.
Yeah, if we can make it out to the Bacon Fest, we'll bring some.
All right, sounds good, guys.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me on, guys. You guys take care. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
You too.
You do the same, sir. Thank you for coming on, and we'll definitely get you on sometime soon again. Get that little fucking too sweet action going on. Thank you, guys. 209 click up in this hizzy on the Turnbuckle tapes. We love you guys. That's right. The Don Swolio.
See you guys later, man.